Do you like your coffee?
Super good. I really love it.
You were talking about how you came here hearing about the drought and how it was crisis.
Yes.
But you didn't literally see it everywhere. You went looking for
three pretty large articles in the New York Times that were about Chennai and the drought. So I knew that this is something that should come into the New York Times, and it's Chennai, so it's serious. So I was expecting to see something really bad. But strangely enough, I had to really look for the water issues, which are definitely here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a very dire situation, but I was expecting, I think, in my hotel to see signs that say, keep your showers short, we have a drought, we have a water crisis, don't let the tap run when you brush your teeth, don't let the water run. But there was nothing like that. It was as if it didn't exist.
You've been traveling to a place in Bangladesh and another place in Indonesia and here Chennai to understand the water crisis.
Yes.
And every story is vastly different, though.
From country to country, yes. So this is my, I think, 4th time now in Chennai. And I've gone to Bangladesh, Indonesia for the same project, which is Water as Leverage. It's a project that is funded by the Dutch government in conjunction with the United Nations. We're trying to help other countries, other people with how to deal with climate change and rising sea levels, water in every facet, too much, too little, too dirty.
How have people received you when you've actually gone to understand the crisis?
Well, I have to say, the first times I would go by myself, and I don't speak Tamil, but so I couldn't explain to anybody why I was there. I'm sure everybody was very curious, but we couldn't exchange more than just smiles. So it was smiles that the women, mainly the women, who I think are great in Chennai, would allow me to photograph. They've invited me into their homes.
I liked how you talked about how resilient people here are.
Yes, that is a very important point that you're bringing up. When I go home and I think about all the people that I've met, it's that what really strikes me every time. It's their kindness, and I always get offered, whenever I visit with people in their homes, they always offer me something to drink. The kindness, but their strength. Like, they know that they have to carry up all those buckets of water multiple times a day, or whenever the pump really works, but they just do it because it's just what has to be done.
Yes.
They don't complain. It's that resiliency that radiates from them, and that is, it's very powerful actually to see their living situation, but also to see them. And I go home and I'm thinking sometimes I'm a real big baby.
An interesting aspect that I saw with your vision for the water crisis, the solution, is how we want to revive temple tanks.
Yes.
A lot of practices that are very culturally local to the city, so that there's no remastering, restructuring these ideas to fit in.
That looked at Chennai and saw that the city has so many temples that have tanks next to them. And those from the old days were all used to store rainwater. That was perfectly enough water for the people of Chennai to last for a year or more. So now, sure, there's more people in Chennai. Maybe there's less rain, there's less monsoons, but still the teams believe that if we go back to your cultural ways of saving, harvesting rainwater and using the temple tanks, opening up the drains, that you can actually, there doesn't have to be a water crisis.
True.
In Chennai.